Booktube, it's me, Chelsea the Ring Outlaw. We're back. Sorry, guys. I said on Monday that I wasn't going to let anything bring me down and stop me from posting on my normal video days since it's already January, or only January, but hubris, my friends. I had spit in the eye of fate and then have been brought down with a pretty horrendous head cold. You can probably still hear it. My apologies in advance. I will try to edit out any major coughing spells. Hopefully there aren't too many. But I was too excited to not do this video today. Over Christmas, shortly after Christmas, I got some books in the mail. Sorry, I'm a little head spacey. Let's start the story at the beginning. Very, very shortly after I started this channel, way back in March of 2015, or kind of restarted the channel, officially relaunched the channel, I did a video on my favorite baby books for my son William that I will put in a card up here somewhere. And I talked about all the different board books that he had received and that I'd purchased for him and all the ones that he really liked. But at the time, there were some that I was missing that I was really, really sad about. And they were books from a company called BabyLit. So forever went by. I bought a couple titles of my own. And then I saw Bookables do a review on all of her BabyLit books. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to contact the company and see if they would be willing to send me some more titles to look at, to review. And that's exactly what they did. They were absolutely wonderful. They were so kind. They sent me 4 titles from their catalog that I requested, and that's what these are. So yeah, we're going to talk about some baby books today, you guys. Brace yourselves. If you don't know what BabyLit is a company that takes, their primary line is to take, classic literature and to kind of turn them into baby books and to turn them into primer books. They have some other things that they do. They do some really cool things with like different cities and a couple of other things, but their primary like catalog is classics turned into board book primers. And if you don't know what a primer is anything that covers basically like the basics, the prime stuff: numbers, colors, letters, shapes, opposites, emotions, sounds, all of those kinds of things. So I have some books here, and I will start by showing them to you, and then I will start by telling you and then I will tell you which ones Will likes the most, and I'll tell you why I felt it necessary to contact this company specifically for these books. So the first one I got was Romeo and Juliet, which is a counting primer. I will kind of, as you can see, these books are incredibly beautiful. It's kind of hard to tell, but a lot of board books have this almost like waxy feeling on them, and this one is very, very matte. I also really like that for the most part the binding stays relatively close. It can be kind of hard with board books, but a lot of times it comes so loose that the binding will start to fold in along it, and that has not yet happened with any of the BabyLit books that I have. So we have Romeo and Juliet, a counting primer, and here's what they look like on the inside. They're just very much so, you know, there's one balcony, there are 2 loves, and I think one of the things I like most about BabyLit is the fact that they will do excerpts. Like here is a quote directly from Romeo and Juliet: "That's what we call a rose, by any other name would smell as sweet." And so yeah, there's a lot of good tie-ins between the story that the adults know and love and then what gets translated into the primer book. Next up, we have Little Master Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes in Hounds of the Baskerville, a sounds primer. So this one covers gates that screech, covers clocks that chime. And then we have this one I requested because as a Kansas girl, you can't go hardly a day in your life, it seems, without somebody asking you about the Wizard of Oz. But I also really wanted it because it's a colors primer, and color primers are some of my favorites, and this one's no exception. We have blue, we have silver, we have a bunch of different colors, and the reason I like this one so much is because it doesn't do just the primary colors. A lot of color books will just do like red, orange, yellow, green, and blue, sometimes purple, but this one's really nice because it will do pink, it will do silver, like I just showed you. There's a black page. So it gets into really a lot of the different colors. And then this one is my personal favorite. This is a nonsense primer. It is essentially just kind of an abridged version of The Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. And it is just the poem. "'Twas brillig in the slilly toves, did Did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borough groves, and the mome wraiths outgrabe. So those are the 4 that I specifically requested from BabyLit. William's favorite is the Sherlock Holmes one. That's why, I don't know if you kind of can't tell on video, but it's definitely starting to get a little dirty. There's gotten some spills on it and stuff, because this is, for whatever reason, the one that he loves the most. At 11 months, he's decided that this one is his favorite. And one of the things that I really, really appreciate and that makes this book really, really fun to read for adults is the little details that are in it. Like, here is Boots That Scrape, a page from Sherlock Holmes. And if you look in, there's a little tiny sign that says keep away from the moors. And if you go to the Jabberwocky one, there is a line about bandersnatches. The frumious bandersnatch. And if you will look, here are the banders, and they are being snatched. So it's just, it's little kind of details like that that I think make these books so interesting for adults to read. And the last thing I want to talk about is the art style. I should probably have double checked, but I didn't. I don't know if all of the books are done by the same illustrator. I would assume that they are, because they all have the same kind of look to them. They all have kind of the same aesthetic, but they're all done by Alison Oliver. And I just really, really appreciate the detail that she's able to put into her drawings, the way that she's able to get, you know, just a lot of, not just detail, but a lot of fun and a lot of humor. Even characters that in their original classics are kind of scary still manage to retain kind of this cute look to them. I mean, I know she's the Wicked Witch of the West, but look how adorable that is. So I'm very, very thankful that BabyLit sent me these amazing books to share with you guys. If you have a baby or you know somebody who has a baby, I could not more highly recommend BabyLit as a series and as a set of primers. They have everything from these ones that I've showed you to primers on emotions and opposites and letters. They have different ones that cover numbers and sounds in case Romeo and Juliet or Arthur Conan Doyle aren't really your thing. But I just highly, highly urge you to check it out. If you have any other really, really great baby board book companies or series that you really like, please let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, you can like, subscribe, and I will see you guys hopefully cold-free or on the internet.